So, you've made it through the hiring process. Congrats! You've had lots of interviews and passed each one. Then you get a call from the recruiter saying they've got good news and they're making an offer. It sounds like a dream come true, but you might have some doubts. You're not sure what it is, but something doesn't feel right. Don't worry, we've got you covered. In this video, we'll show you 7 warning signs to watch out for in that job offer. These red flags might make you reconsider accepting that job offer. Let's get started. First, check if your potential boss seems off or not fully engaged with their job. Watch out for signs like being distracted, showing up late to the interview, or complaining about their job or coworkers. This could mean trouble for you if you take the job and work under them. It's important to feel excited about your new job and for your boss to also be excited. But if your boss is in the process of leaving, that could be a problem. There have been cases where a manager leaves in the middle of hiring and a new manager is brought in. Imagine if you were excited about the original manager and their management style, left your old job and then showed up to your first day with a different boss. This could change whether you would have accepted the job in the first place. When considering a job offer, it's also a must to look at the bigger picture. If the organization has a lot of turnover, that's a red flag you need to take seriously. If the department you're joining seems to be losing employees constantly, ask yourself why. You can ask about it in the interview to make sure you're comfortable with the answer you get. If the manager is the reason people are leaving, you might be looking for a new job soon. And if it's the company's culture causing people to leave, make sure to assess that during the interview as well. The next red flag to watch out for is when you're meeting with coworkers or in the building and they make negative or strange comments. For example, they joke about you walking into a gauntlet or make a rude comment about your boss. If you hear this kind of talk, it's a sign to pay attention to the office gossip. You should ask to meet with other coworkers one-on-one and ask them questions like, what do you like about working here? How was this boss to work with? How would you describe the corporate culture? This will give you a better idea of whether there's something wrong with the organization. Moving on to the next one, another red flag to be aware of is the reason why the position is open in the first place. Ask the hiring manager about it in the interview and hope for an honest answer. If the previous person was fired, you need to understand why. This information will give you insight into what you need to do differently to be successful in the job. It'll also give you a clue if the hiring manager has unreasonable expectations. The next thing to watch out for is a confidential job posting. If you see one of these, be cautious. The company is replacing someone who doesn't know they're being replaced. This can make you wonder about your own job stability. Normally, employees should get a chance to fix any performance issues before being replaced. But there can be valid business reasons for doing it this way. If the company has given the employee every chance to succeed and they just couldn't, they may need to replace the position. When looking at confidential job postings, make sure to ask the tough questions and be aware of the potential red flags. You also need to take a look at the company's growth. If there's talk that they're being bought by a venture capitalist or they need funding to stay afloat, be cautious about taking the job. You don't want to find yourself jobless again in a few months just because the company went under. Make sure you assess the situation, check the market, and do a quick online search before accepting the offer. Apart from that, make sure to look out if the company is in a crisis and they're counting on you to fix it. If they mention the company or department being in trouble and needing someone to clean up the mess, it's likely a dysfunctional workplace. Be wary of taking on a job that requires you to solve major problems right off the bat. Okay, some people do well in fast-paced environments, but usually a company in this situation has a deeper problem. During the interview process, listen carefully to what the recruiters and hiring managers say, so you can avoid any red flags and steer clear of a potential bad situation. Good companies should be a smooth operation, and you should be able to contribute to their success, not save them. Okay, the last big red flag to watch out for is the most important one for most of us: the salary and benefits offered. If you've been clear about your salary expectations during the interview process, and the company still comes back with a lowball offer or weak benefits, that's a sign that the company may not be the best choice. While you can try to negotiate for a higher salary, if the company is limited in what they can pay, and they still took you through a whole interview process, that's just a waste of time for both of you. So, it's important to know your worth in the job market and be firm in your expectations. Make sure you have solid data to back up your argument and only target high-quality employers that can pay you what you're worth. When it comes to benefits, there's usually not much room for negotiation because companies can't change their standard benefits program just for one person. But check the benefits package carefully to make sure it's on par with the market. And if you read reviews and see that the benefits are getting worse every year, it means the company isn't investing in its employees. And that's another red flag to watch for. So, those are the red flags to look out for when evaluating a job offer. Going through a company's hiring process takes a lot of time and energy. So it's disappointing to end up with an offer that doesn't meet your expectations. It's important to evaluate the company as much as they evaluate you. You are a free agent in the job market, and you should act like it. If you need help assessing employers, watch our video, 10 questions to ask the hiring manager during your job interview, for some great discussion points. It will give you the information you need to make an informed decision. Remember to hit the subscribe and notification button so you don't miss any future posts. Congratulations on the new offer, and hopefully there are no red flags. See you in the next one.